Did you know that the Great Pyramid of Giza was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years? Despite the remarkable feats of engineering and architecture, there are plenty of myths and misconceptions about ancient Egypt that have persisted throughout the ages. Let's debunk some of the most common ones, shall we? Myth: the pyramids were built by slaves. Truth: contrary to popular belief, the pyramids were not built by slaves. In fact, the workers who built the pyramids were mostly skilled laborers who were paid for their work. They were provided with food, shelter, and medical care, and their tombs have been discovered near the pyramids, indicating that they were well-respected members of society. Myth: the Egyptians worshipped cats. Truth: okay, this one is partly true. The ancient Egyptians did have a great relevance for cats, but they didn't worship them in the same way that they worshipped their gods. Cats were seen as sacred animals and were often mummified and buried with their owners, but they were not considered deities. Myth: the Egyptians believed that the heart was the seat of intelligence. Truth: while it's true that the ancient Egyptians believed that the heart was the seat of the soul, they actually believed that the brain was responsible for intelligence. In fact, during the mummification process, the brain was removed through the nose and discarded, while the heart was left intact in the body. Myth: Cleopatra was Egyptian. Truth: Cleopatra, the famous queen of Egypt, was actually of Greek ancestry. She was a descendant of Ptolemy, one of Alexander the Great's generals who became the ruler of Egypt after Alexander's death. While Cleopatra did adopt many of the customs and traditions of ancient Egypt, she was not ethnically Egyptian. Myth: the ancient Egyptians were obsessed with death. Truth: while it's true that the ancient Egyptians placed great importance on the afterlife, they were not obsessed with death in the way that it's often portrayed. They believed in living life to the fullest, but also in preparing for the afterlife through proper burial and the preservation of the body. So, there you have it, some common myths about ancient Egypt debunked. While there is still much we don't know about this fascinating civilization, it's important to separate fact from fiction and learn the truth about their beliefs and customs. And if you ever find yourself in Egypt, don't forget to pay a visit to the pyramids, and remember to give credit to the skilled laborers who built them.